Attention! Premier League club sets exorbitant price for Arsenal target, 24 years old. Arsenal and Manchester City excited about the end of the £100 million release clause of the star. Hello, fellow fan. Today, I bring you important information about the greatest and best club in the world. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe, because that way, besides staying very well informed, you will be helping this channel. Let's go to the video. Arsenal and Manchester City remain interested in Newcastle midfielder Bruno Guimaraes before his release clause expires in a month. The Brazilian has once again delivered standout performances in Tyneside during the 23-24 seasons, having cost £40 million when he was signed from Lyon 2.5 years ago. Potential suitors can sign Guimaraes by activating his £100 million release clause before June 24th, when it is set to expire, according to UOL Esport. Reports in the Brazilian media indicate that Guimaraes' team is open to receiving an offer from at least two of Newcastle's Premier League rivals. Arsenal has long been an admirer of the 26-year-old and wants to sign a new midfielder this summer. Meanwhile, City is also interested and will likely adjust their transfer plans amid ongoing uncertainty about target Lucas Paqueta and his betting violation charges. Paris Saint-Germain is another interested party, but they may first have to focus on replacing Kylian Mbappé when the transfer market opens, with Guimaraes reportedly wanting to stay in the Premier League anyway. The player's £100 million fee can be paid in 3 annual installments, making the deal more feasible for clubs at risk of exceeding profit and sustainability rules. Newcastle is adamant that they will only accept the clause in full, but some clubs believe they can close a deal closer to the £80 million mark. I think it's something you don't necessarily have control over, so I don't usually worry about it, said Newcastle manager Eddie Howe in April about the clause. What do you, fellow Gunners fan, think about the club's interest in Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle? Newcastle United will demand around £200 million to part ways with Alexander Isak, amid Arsenal's interest in the Swedish striker. According to a report from the Daily Mirror, Alexander Isak is on Arsenal's radar as they seek a striker for the summer transfer window. However, Newcastle United will require an exorbitant sum of £200 million to release the 24-year-old player. Since joining Newcastle United from Real Sociedad in August 2022, Alexander Isak has become a world-class striker. During his youth, he was compared to Zlatan Ibrahimovic but struggled to reach his potential during stints at Borussia Dortmund and Real Sociedad. However, since arriving at Newcastle United nearly 2 years ago, the Swede has been constantly evolving. Despite physical issues that plagued him, Isak has been productive whenever he takes the field, scoring 25 goals and providing 2 assists in 40 matches across all competitions. The progress of the Swedish striker at Newcastle United has attracted the attention of several prominent clubs in Europe. A move to another Premier League club could be in the cards, with Arsenal interested in securing his services in the next transfer window. Arsenal's interest in Alexander Isak is understandable, as the club is looking for a prolific striker. Gabriel Jesus has struggled to score consistently, while Eddie Nketiah has failed to stand out this season. Kai Havertz has been Arsenal's only reliable striker, but he is not seen as the club's main option in North London. Therefore, Arsenal is exploring the market for a striker, with Isak emerging as the top priority target for the next transfer window. However, Newcastle United intends to deter suitors by imposing a £200 million price tag on their star striker. While Isak has world-class potential, this amount is seen as excessive. It would be surprising to see Arsenal spend that amount to sign the Swede, even if he is a viable target. Newcastle United is likely to retain control of the 24-year-old player in the next transfer window. With the exorbitant price demanded by Newcastle, Arsenal will have to look for another striker, and Ajax player Brian Brobby emerges as a potential transfer alternative for the Swede. Without mentioning specific numbers, Football Insider suggests that the Dutch striker could end up at Arsenal as he is a realistic and cost-effective option this summer. They believe that since Ajax is not playing in the Champions League, it would be easier to convince him to join the English club, even though he is committed to the Dutch club until 2027. This season, the 22-year-old player has been truly impressive, despite the challenges faced by Ajax. He has been available for 43 games for the Dutch Giants, starting in an impressive 41 of them. In these matches, he has scored 22 goals and provided 12 assists. It could be argued that he might need some time to adjust to the Premier League, but this won't be a problem as he will share attacking responsibilities with Kai Havertz. Isak is definitely one of the best strikers the Premier League has to offer. There's no doubt about that. However, he comes with a high price. If you ask me, I don't believe Arsenal will shell out £200 million, as that's the amount Newcastle is asking for him. What's your opinion, Arsenal fan? With Newcastle's exorbitant £200 million price tag for Alexander Isak, do you think the club should seek a more economical alternative, like Brian Brobby from Ajax, or is it worth investing heavily in the Swedish striker? Leave your comment. Thank you very much for watching so far. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any news from the greatest club in the world.